All right, Viva here at the Hot Box Gym just before Colin Nathan is USA bound. How's everything?
Yeah, Viva, good seeing you, Hayden. It's been a month, right?
About a month, yeah.
Looking good, bud. Let's go, champ. Yeah, it's looking forward to the States, looking forward to networking, got some meetings lined up, and just obviously looking forward to Fuzile becoming world champion and keep South African boxing smiling and shining.
You said last time that you were 100% convinced that Fuzile wins the fights. It's getting closer and closer and closer. Agawa is no joke, but still confident?
I never said I was convinced. I said I think we've got a really, really great chance of winning. I mean, this is boxing, so obviously, you know, anything can happen. But I'm very confident that Azinga will win.
And in saying that, this is the second time to the USA. The first time he went there, he put on a good performance, took care of business against Martin Ward. In terms of this fight, not as easy, right?
Not as easy. This might be probably his hardest fight since Rakimov. So it's probably, might even be his hardest fight to date. So yeah, I'm expecting a tough fight from both fighters. You know, it's not going to be a walk in the park. Like I said to you in a previous interview, that Martin Ward, no disrespect to him, was the warm-up fight for the World Championship. Again, I want to point out that we weren't supposed to get the opportunity. Such life happens, such things in life happen, and he gets the opportunity to become world champion, Madison Square Garden. So, very exciting for South African boxing, you know.
And just, you know, obviously you're going to go there on behalf of Rumble Africa, but also on behalf of your boxer who's part of your management company.
Yeah, correct. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to represent and just obviously want the best outcome, and that's for us to win.
I saw some articles pertaining to some pay-per-view shares and anything. Do you want to clear up all that, what was going on there?
I have no comments. I have no words and no comments. I mean, yeah, I was kind of left like gobsmacked, you know, those comments and what I read. But yeah, I don't even want to get into that right now. I just want to focus on Azinga winning. But what did you think of them?
Well, I was quite surprised because it's two relatively unknown to the US market guys. I know it is a world title on the line, but it's the co-main event of the evening. Like,
how can it be pay-per-view when it's the zone? You know, let's be real. Anyway, let's move on.
All right, what do you think of the main event? Teofimo Lopez, George Kambosos?
So look, I mean, they're really talking about Lopez fighting Devin Haney. That's kind of being lined up. And then don't forget, you know, I mean, that's going to be a cracker. So I think Lopez takes care of Kambosos. I think he stops him as well. I think Kambosos is good, but I just think there's levels. And then don't forget about Mr. Garcia. He's coming back. I mean, that's obviously, the lightweight division is very exciting. I suspect that Lopez does a number on Kambosos. And I think, you know, Haney beats Jojo Diaz. And I think Lopez beats Haney. But what's looming is Garcia. I think he's a very fresh, good-looking, marketable kid who can really punch. Interesting about the whole Canelo, he said some comments that he doesn't feel that he's disciplined and stuff. So let's see what happens.
At this point, do we forget about like Lomachenko coming back as well?
Well, we're going to see. I mean, I suspect he's going to take care of Commey very easily. I still think that Lomachenko would be better as a junior lightweight. I do. I don't think he's big enough as a lightweight.
Yeah. And Gervonta Davis is gone?
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what he chooses. Is he going to be at 130, 135, or 140, you know? 140. So 140. So, who knows? It's just very exciting, you know, when people say that boxing's dying or it's dead. I mean, those guys, they need to do a drug test. Let's be real. There's such exciting things happening. Usyk created the upsets. You know, we've got now Canelo, Makabu potentially, which obviously it's upsetting for Tobisa Mchunu, but there's some exciting things happening in the world of boxing. So, yeah, it's great to be a boxing fan. It really is great to be a boxing fan.
How much of a big lift will South African boxing take should Fuzile become the IBF super featherweight champion of the world?
I think really good. And don't forget, we've got Nonchinga also fighting Alvarado. So there's a lot of things happening. I just think we need a legitimate world champion again. And I think it starts on November 27th. And yeah, there's obviously some other talent that I'm busy working on four, getting them in contention. Lorato Dlamini is another one. Heikki Butler is also narrated in the and the WBA, very highly rated in the WBC. So there's a lot of things that are going to be happening and moving, particularly next year. I said to you in the last interview, we've lost 2 years of boxing, theoretically. And now you can see things are starting to slowly come back. Networks are operating, broadcasters are broadcasting again. And I think boxing, please God, in the next 6 to 12 months will be in a very healthy state again.
Talking about Nonshinga as well, he's got quite a big assignment because we saw a little bit of a taste of Alvarado when DJ Creel came up against him. Nonshinga is a special kid though. He has it in him potentially to go do this.
Of course he does. I mean, look, it's a rough fight. I mean, Nonshinga will probably admit to that. But, you know, he had a great game plan against Araneta. He boxed him, except in the last round when he got put over. But that can happen in boxing. But he got up and he won the fight. And it's not where you start, it's where you end. And he ended up winning the contest. So, yeah, I think he's got a great chance. Whether the great chance is enough to him become world champion, that's going to be up to him. Alvarado is big at the weight. So let's see how he performs.
Obviously the coaching staff do all the analysis and planning, but do you see any holes in Alvarado's game?
Yeah, look, he's very one-dimensional in his attacks. He fights in one position that's on the front foot. Very crude, wide punch at times. So, you know, you got to be able to be a good slickster, punch relatively hard to warrant the respect. And I think if you punch down the middle with him and keep him arranged at the end of your shots, you got a good chance. The thing is, you got to keep him off. He's a beast when he's in the pocket, and he showed that against DJ with a left hook. So I think the right game plan, and obviously you got to execute the game plan. And because he can punch, you can't take your foot off the pedal, and you can't fall asleep for a split second.
You can't. And I'm moving on to Lorenzo Glamini now. We spoke about this in the previous interview as well, that he would have to take a warm-up fight before he gets his eliminator. But has there been an announcement on who's going to fight yet?
Yes, there is. So just follow the press in the next day or two. 8-rounder just to keep busy, and a catchweight contest. And then obviously end of February, beginning of March next year, we're looking in America for the eliminator against Ramirez. So things are moving for him. I'm glad he's getting this warm-up fight. I want to thank Rumble Africa as well, just for also letting me have free reign on negotiating for Nonshinga and Fuzile. Great opportunities for the promotional company. So thank you to them for getting Lorenzo in for this warm-up contest. And then obviously next year, let's go champ.
You're going to get some good frequent flyer miles going to the USA, because Lorenzo will also be on his way there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's probably where the fight's going to take place. And we're just looking for that. But first things first, we've got to get through the warm-up. And then after that, we can sit down, have a bit of a small break, and then get back into the gym.
Any other international endeavors coming up in the future?
No, I think we've covered everything. Just obviously working behind the scenes like I always do behind my laptop, except the laptop's packed away right now. It's normally up and open, as you know. Yeah. Just looking forward to, I feel like this year's just kind of flown, and last year's just kind of flown. I was just looking for a fresh start, and let's go,
And you said in the last interview, you're optimistic 2022 is going to be quite a good moving year.
Well, I just said no. I think in the next 6 to 12 months, I think boxing is going to be in a very healthy state here in South African boxing. There were big plans before COVID, and then that kind of just fucked us all over. But now we're in a position now. It's spectators are allowed back. Everyone's starting to get the vaccine, and traveling's opening up again, and so things are moving, and I'm just looking forward to just things to kind of be kind of normal again. Yeah.
I know this one is this is not a boxer associated to you or anything like that, but also Tools Mbengi's also got a WBC silver title shot. So South Africans are starting to move again in the world sanctioning bodies. Yeah,
and Mbengi's a good fighter. He's a world-class operator. And you also need to get moving. So great opportunities for South African boxing. It's just about making South African boxing relevant and keeping these fighters shining. We have the talent and we have the ability. They just need the opportunities. And the opportunities come, they need to grab it.
And I suppose everyone's also anticipating what's happening with Maurizio Mtsalane, because I don't know if you have an exact answer for that yet, because it's still kind of in the air. But after his last fight, a lot of people would have thought retirement, and some people would have thought redemption. What is it?
So I need to make it clear that IBF don't honor rematch clauses. So there was never going to be a rematch clause for that. Martinez had their no contests against Arroyo, and let's just give it a couple of weeks and see what's next.
Right, so Mauricio Mtane, maybe, we don't know yet. And Heki Butler, what's happening with
Well,
him?
that's why I said to you, I want to try and press for him getting a shot at one of the belts. There's been a shift in change in the WBO. Heki's rated there now. The new champion is with Matchroom. The event that I'm going to is Matchroom. So I've got some meetings lined up that I'm looking at doing. And let's see how far we can push this.
I wanted to also speak about Tariq Al Ali. You went back home for now.
Yeah, so we're looking at bringing him back in the new year. After obviously the disaster what happened. So that's boxing, it happens. And now we obviously regroup and wait till the new year.
And from what you hear from him, is he fine? Is he all good? He's happy to come back?
Good training, he sends me the clips. He will come back. So let's see, let's see what next year brings.
Right. Anything personally for you that you want to accomplish before this year ends? It's a short period of time.
Short period of time. Obviously, I'd like Nonchinga and Fuzile to win the world championships, and then just kind of go on a holiday, man. It's been I spent 4 weeks of my life in a Russian hospital on my back, so it's kind of a blur. But just chill and obviously just regroup and think about the upcoming year, which I think, like I said, it's the third time I'm going to say it. I think we're going to be in a very healthy state.
And your COVID testing, your last 2 bouts went well?
So I've done 32 COVID tests.
You're on a winning streak now.
A winning streak now. What's my record? 21 negatives and 11 positives. That's crazy. So I'm sure I'll do more testing when I'm in America. It's crazy.
You obviously want to do more testing so that your journeyman record sort of differs.
No, I just want to get out of that journeyman status,
Start building up towards your world title.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, it's madness.
All right, cool. So we'll catch up with you maybe in the USA as well, just to do like a Zoom call or something like that to see what's happening there. You're going to be networking.
You simply can't get enough of me, can you?
Well, it's been a month. Come on.
It's been, You've missed me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you?
All right, you can stay that side of the table. Yeah, it's great. Viva, let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Thank you very much, Carl.
Cool, bro.